Hey everyone, this is Larry. Welcome back to TodayIFeelLike.com. Today we're going to take a look at the Comica WM100 Plus wireless microphone system. This is a wireless microphone system that has 2 transmitters and 1 receiver, so you can actually get audio from 2 individual sources at the same time going into your cameras. So let's go check it out. All right, before we actually get into the good and the bad of this wireless microphone system, let's unbox it, see what comes inside, what we get, and just generally check it out and have a look. All right, so here we have it. This is the Comica WM100 Plus. This is a wireless microphone system. And let's just take a quick look around the box. We can see here that it says this is a UHF wireless microphone. It has a working distance of 100 meters. It has a dual mic trigger, real-time monitor. It shows us 3 different packs on here. That is because we have 1 receiver and 2 transmitters so that you can actually hook up 2 different people or 2 different sources at the same time. It's going to have XLR for, it says XLR for camcorders, for DSLRs, and for smartphones. You have access to all 3 of those different types of devices. On the side here, it says 1-2 trigger, so there's that. On the back here, we're going to see that it's going to have some information. It says it's going to have 1 trigger to perfectly support 2 transmitters and 1 receiver work simultaneously. It's going to say working distance of 100 meters. It's going to say AA batteries and support for external charging, support for real-time monitoring, volume dynamic monitor, adjusted RF power, So there's a lot of different stuff on here. Some stuff on here is talks about just specs of it. So you're talking about 6 hours for the transmitter. It's 1/4 wavelength wire antenna. So yeah, there's some different stuff in here. And yeah, so it looks like we're talking about 6 hours battery life for both the receiver and the transmitter. So yeah, anyways, let's go ahead. There's the same thing on this side, really not much. So let's see if we can actually get this, box open here. And so let's go ahead and break through this tape right here and see if we can get this open here. So it'll take just a second. So sometimes you get these little tape bubbles in here, and it takes a second to get these things open. So let's see if we can get this to come open. All right, so let's go ahead and peel those back there. Peel that back over here. And yeah, sometimes they make these things very, very secure so they don't get messed up in transit. So that's a good thing though. All right, now we have this open. Let's pull out the kit, and there we go. That's everything. And nicely, it's in a case. So that's a really nice looking case, by the way. So it's sort of a dark gray or a pewter. It's like a canvas here. It's got zip up stuff on there so we can unzip everything. And let's see what we have in here. So right off the bat, we have a number of different types of cables. So let's pull these out and see what the different cables are. So we have, this is a locking cable. So it's a 3.5 to 3.5 with the locking mechanism on there so that we can get that. This one here, it looks like a charging cable. So that is going to be a micro USB to USB-A. And this one here, this is going to be a locking 3.5 cable to an XLR cable. So there we have that. So that's really nice to see. So if you are using a device that has XLR, you're going to be able to use that. So let's go ahead, and I believe this is going to be this exact same thing. So, oh no, let's see. Looks like something may be a little different in here. So we have, let's see, so we have a microphone here. So that's nice. So we have 1 mic. That's going to be a lavalier mic with the locking mechanism. That is going to be for one transmitter. And we have a second microphone here that we can use. So that's going to be for the second transmitter. These are actually these little furry dead cats. These are going to go on top of the actual microphones if you're outdoors. If I can get the plastic open here, so let's see if we can get those. All right, so there we go. They gave us one of them. So, oh nope, they gave us two. So there's actually two of them. The other one's in here. So you have the little furry dead cat that can go over top of your wind puff if you're recording outside and you need to knock down the wind. So, in here we actually have the belt clips. So these are the belt clips so that you can put those on and lock and mount these to your belt or to your camera clip or whatever it is that you want to do. So let's set all this stuff back in here. We'll get all this in. Actually, we'll just set this stuff off to the side. We'll sort of lay it all out. We'll get everything off over here. We'll lay that off over to the side here. And let's go ahead. We'll zip up this front pocket there again. And then let's get the main pocket open so that we can actually see what the microphone system looks like. So let's undo that. It's got a nice Velcro strap on there as well to help keep it secure. So you have that, and here we go. So we have looks like a thank you card in here with some contact information saying thank you for your purchase. So that's always nice to see. We have the user manual here. So it says UHF 1 trigger, 2 wireless microphones. So that's really nice there. So we'll set that off to the side. In here, I believe this is going to be a mount. Yep, this is going to be a mount that you can use to plug in. You can screw it on to, I believe it's going to go onto the receiver here. So let's see. Yep, so there's going to be a 1/4-20 thread on the bottom of your receiver. You can screw this in. You can screw this in the bottom here, if I can get that on there right. So we'll screw that there, and then you can then mount this onto a hot shoe of a camera. So if you have a hot shoe or a cold shoe, whatever, you can mount it onto your camera so that this will stay in place. So, yeah, so that's that. This will go in here. Here is your receiver. So this is what you are going to hook up to your camera, and then you have one transmitter here and the other transmitter here. So you have two transmitters and a receiver. And yeah, so far they look nice. They are very, very lightweight. They're going to use AA batteries, so it looks like you're going to need like 6 AA batteries in total. This is really nice that this thing actually has a doesn't come all the way off, so you don't have to worry about losing the back. It sort of has a hinge that that sort of goes and then stops back there. So, but it looks like you're going to need total of 6 AA batteries, 2 for the transmitters, or excuse me, 2 for each transmitter, and then 2 for the receiver here. So we're gonna have to get this. We're gonna have to get some batteries, and then I'm gonna hook this up, and we're gonna see what this sounds like using the receivers, the transmitter, and the microphones. Okay, so before I hook up the Comica WM100 Plus kit, I want you to hear just a little bit of reference audio. This is just the straight camera audio from the Panasonic GH5. This is no microphone hooked up, just the straight in-camera audio. So I'm going to go ahead now and hook up the Comica WM100 Plus kit, and we will take a listen and hear how that sounds. Okay, so here I am. I've finished unboxing everything. I now have the microphones hooked up. And so I have my shotgun mic here. This is an XLR microphone. I normally boom this, but I don't have it, I usually don't have it in frame like I do right now, but I wanted you to be able to see it right here. So I have the B pack hooked up to it, the B transmitter hooked up to it, and it's running to the XLR microphone. Now the A pack is hooked up to me, and that has the lavalier microphone hooked up to my sweater here. So I have both mics going right now. I'm actually going to take the body pack here, and I'm going to hit the mute button on this one so we can see how it picks up over here. So let's go ahead and hit the mute button there. And there we go. It is now muted on the body pack, but it is still coming through on the shotgun mic here. And so I'm going to go ahead and actually mute the shotgun mic as well. And then I'm going to unmute this one here. So let's go ahead and we'll mute this. There we go. We are now unmuted on the lavalier microphone, so you guys can get an idea of what this looks like excuse me, what it sounds like when you're using the both mics either individually or together. So right now you're just hearing the audio from the lav mic and not from the boom mic, but I'm going to go ahead and unmute this. So we'll hit the button to unmute that. And there we go. It's now unmuted. So now we have audio coming from both sources at the same time. Okay, so just to give you an example of how this works with these two transmitter packs working individually and together, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to play a little bit of YouTube music here on my phone, and I'm going to point this shotgun mic down at the phone so you guys can actually hear the audio coming out of there. And then I'm just going to get up and walk out and go to the other room, and I'm going to keep talking so that you guys can hear me talking and with the microphones while I'm in the other room, while this one is still picking up the audio in this room. So let's go ahead and just point this down here at my phone. So we'll just point that right there, and we will turn the volume up on this so that we get it nice and loud. And let's get this get that turned all the way up. There we go. And let's play some music now. So there we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and walk away, and we can hear there that that's pretty loud. So I'm gonna have that going, but you should be able to still hear me as I walk away, and I'm all the way in the other room, behind walls and through doors. But you should still be able to hear me just fine because, well, both microphones are picking us up. So, but yeah, that is one of the definite advantages is that you can have two audio sources individually going into your camera at the same time. So just like that, you're good to go. So if you actually need, and let's move this mic back up here. So if you need to have two audio sources coming in, so let's say you're doing a two-person interview, or if you want to record audio from something like this, and then you still want to have a mic on you to talk or something to that effect, this works out really, really nicely. All right, so we were able to test the audio and get an idea of what it sounds like, and you can still hear it because I'm using the microphones right now. But let me tell you a few things I really like about this system. One of them is that the microphones come pretty much set up to use right out of the box. So all I had to do was just simply put some batteries in there, turn them on, and I was good to go. Now, the one thing I did have to do was lower the input levels, the audio levels, because they were a little bit too hot they were a lot too hot when I first turned them on and set it up. So I had to drop the audio levels down to pretty much like to 1 to get it to where I wanted it. But now it works just fine. The other thing that I like about this is that on the receiver pack that goes onto the camera, there's actually two green lights on there, and it tells you, those green lights indicate whether or not your body packs are on, the transmitter packs, and if they're connected. So that way, if you're ever in doubt, and sometimes when I film myself, I have forgotten to turn on my transmitter pack or my body pack, and I ended up recording and not capturing any audio and having to do it again. So with these lights on the top of here, I always have some sort of visual indicator letting me know that I actually have audio coming through to my camera. So the other thing that I like about it is you can actually power these with AA batteries or with an external battery. So there's a micro SD card, a micro USB port on the side that allows you to plug in. So if you need to plug into external power, you can do that. So if you have a very long interview session or something to that effect, and your batteries are going down, you don't have to worry. You can plug those into an external power bank or to an AC outlet, and you can power these up through the micro USB port. All right, everyone, so there you have it. That is a look at the Comica WM100 Plus wireless microphone system. This is a dual mic wireless system where you get two transmitter packs and one receiver that you can use at the same time to bring audio from two different sources into your camera at the same time. It works really, really well. It sounds good, it's inexpensive, and it's really just an all-around winner. If you are a YouTuber or an independent filmmaker and you need a wireless system that can actually get audio from two sources in at the same time, and you don't have, thousands of dollars to spend, or, $800-900 for some of these other systems, this is a really nice option for you. So anyhow, I'm going to leave a link to it down below in the video description so that you can check it out. I'm also going to leave a link to my Amazon page so you can see all the products that I've reviewed over time. And I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. and follow me on Facebook. And I am Larry with TodayIFeelLike.com. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.